We thank you for fellowship and family. Thank you that we're all safe in your hands. As we bow before you now, we ask freshness of spirit, wisdom, and grace so that our confused issues may come simplicity of plans, that out of fear may come confidence, especially in these trying times where we are pushed to go beyond our limits and usual way of living. Lord, even the changes are so overwhelming and the health of our loved ones is highly at risk. Remind us that we're all in this together. You are with us, Lord. Please pour out your mercy. Please, Lord, may this pandemic end soon. Also, we'd like to lift and offer to you our seminar. Bless our resource speaker. Bless our Play Sagradan team. And bless our Sagradan families. As we get to our work of service, remind us that it's not head first, but always heart first. Thank you, Father. We claim victory. In everything we do and tackle today, we will give you our highest praise and glory. This we ask in your most holy name, in the name of the Father and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, so dear parents, let us welcome our passionate cheerleader, our program head, to Teacher Kai to give us her welcoming remarks. Teacher
All
Kai.
right. Thank you, Teacher Bridget, for leading us in prayer, and thank you for that generous introduction. So, good morning, everybody. It's so nice to see each and every one of you. Maraming salamat po. Actually, earlier I asked for your permission if we can record this session because some of our parents expressed that they won't be able to attend at 10 a.m. in the morning. So maybe some of them have prior commitments already, pero nothing to worry about that because whenever we do our talk for the parents, we will make sure that we will record the session so that even if your schedule doesn't permit you, you can still replay it. And we also ask for the permission of our resource speaker kasi syempre po no, we are always reminded by our directress about the data privacy. That's why yung po sa aming fly and safe, we do not record the session. Hence, we just make sure that the students will still be able to catch up kahit hindi sila maka-attend sa virtual classes. Anyway, maraming salamat po again for coming. At we hope actually when I was doing our huddle time with the homeschool advisors, I would always ask them, I would always make kamustahan with them, kamusta ba, kamusta ang mga parents natin, kamusta ang mga consultation periods ninyo. Ang sinasabi po nila sa akin ay talagang siguro po yung ibang mga parents because of our communication channels and yun pong actually madami pong platforms tayo when it comes to information dissemination. We have the Facebook support group. We also have our email, and then we also have our learning management system. Siguro po, nagiging mas clear po yung mga gagawin nila sa bahay at clear din po ang roles and responsibilities na meron ang school at meron ang pamilya para po maisakatuparan natin yung pong vision and mission, yung goals and objectives ng homeschool program or ang tinatawag po nating Play Sagradan program. So as we have discussed in our family onboarding, part of our duties and responsibilities as your homeschool provider is to provide parent training, parent seminars, parent workshops, which will equip you in order for you to be able to facilitate your children's learning better. So ito nga po yung ating unang-unang parent workshop na sinasabi nga po namin. At we are really with high hopes that through this parent training program, we will be able to help you and to equip you with the necessary skills in order for you to better educate your children at home. So when you say education, when we say educate, yun nga po yung sabi ni Teacher Bridge kanina, hindi lang po education of our minds, no? Pero it's really education of the heart also. And I am really excited, no? Dito sa ating talk for this morning. Actually, at the moment, we are 15 in the room to give you an update lang din po, no? In our homeschool program, thank God, ang nag-enroll po sa atin, we are 52. I think, Teacher Bridge, tama ba? 52 po yung population po natin sa homeschool program. Actually, this exceeded our expectation. At first, Teacher Bridget as the program coordinator and I as the program head, we were looking at mga 20 lang, masaya na kami. Pero talaga pong mas dumami po yung nag-enroll ng homeschool program. And I hope and pray that after this school year, no, mas dadami pa po yung mag-enroll sa homeschool program, hindi lang po dahil sa pandemic na to, but because of these trainings that we will be giving to you, sana po mas ma-encourage po namin kayo dahil when I discuss this in my early talks, ang homeschooling po talaga is an advocacy. It's really not, a merely choice because of this pandemic, pero ito po ay isang advocacy na meron ang Pilipinas ngayon, at least mas maganda po na i-introduce na po natin yung isang type ng learning, mode of learning ng mga bata, ang homeschooling. At ito nga po ay pinangungunahan natin ngayon sa ating institusyon. So again, maraming salamat po. And to give you an introduction of the resource speaker, excited ako at I'm very honored to be the one to introduce our speaker for today kasi po isa po siyang malapit na kaibigan, malapit sa aming puso, sa puso ng aming pamilya. Actually, ang ating resource speaker ngayon, when I was conceptualizing, when Teacher Bridget and I were talking about the first seminar, without any hesitation, siya na po talaga yung una-una kong naisip. Dahil nga po, actually siya rin po ay isa sa mga taong nag-inspire sa akin, nag-introduce din sa akin nitong alternative mode of education na to. She was raised and she grew up in Chicago. Kaya po when she was preparing for the presentation, she asked me, okay lang daw ba na gamitin niya yung mother tongue niya, which is English, kasi nga po, recently na lang din po talaga sila nagtagal ng pamilya nila dito sa Philippines. And of course, syempre, para mas mai-express niya sa atin yung benefits, no, na nagkaroon yung homeschooling, na naidulot ng homeschooling. Sorry po, wait lang po. Okay. Yung naidulot po ng homeschooling sa kanyang pamilya, para po mas ma-share po niya yun, ay pinayagan na po natin siya. So, but she said that, in the middle of her discussion, she will be speaking in Tagalog, and then we will be opening our session with Q&A portion at the end so that you can have, clarifications. Maybe if there's ample time, we can also do quick consultation kung if our schedule will permit us. So there. Without further ado, let me introduce to you my good friend, Mrs. Rina Wolf. Mrs. Rina, take it away.
Hello, good morning. Thank you po, Teacher Kai. And salamat din po sa opportunity po nito to be able to share yung mga experiences ko po tungkol po sa homeschooling. At alam ko po, this is not an easy time para sa bawat po isa. But sana po with the homeschool program that you are doing, it can be a malaking tulong at help din po sa inyo. So, real quick, gusto ko po i-share sa inyo just again a little information about me. So, binanggit po ni Ma'am Kai na born and raised po ako sa Chicago. And ano po, 34 years old po ako. I have been married for 13 years na po. I have a bachelor's degree po in Christian elementary education, and I taught preschool for 5 years po sa Chicago. I have two boys. So why don't you boys come here so they can see you and just say your name, your age, and what grade you are. So,
Hi, my name is Liam. I am 8 years old and I am in third grade. Hi, my name is Liv. I am 6 years old. I am in first grade.
Okay. So those are my two boys. And ano po, I've been homeschooling them now for 6 years na po, ever since they were 3 years old. And ano po, it's been a blessing. Siyempre naman din po, it has its challenges. Pero gusto ko rin po to encourage you or feel free kung gusto niyo po to take some notes. Siyempre naman po, I don't have lahat po ng mga answers. Pero like what I said, I just want to share mga experiences ko po, and maybe the information po sana can be a way that can help you and encourage you. Okay? So the next slide po, we'll talk first po about a day in homeschooling. Okay? So usually at 8:45 a.m. is when I start school po. Syempre naman po, the boys would have eaten by then. And we usually also pray and do our Pledge of Allegiance din po. And siguro po you're thinking medyo weird or parang different po yon. Pero parang alam po nila na it's the start po ng day po namin. And parang it like separates the day. Okay, then also we go over the calendar quickly. Hindi katulad po when they were in preschool. Parang, okay, yesterday was, Thursday, today is Friday, tomorrow will be Saturday. We'll just say the date quickly. Kasi po, I've had experiences din po when I've talked din po sa mga bata, kahit po sa subdivision po namin na they don't know what day it is. So, I think it's helpful just so at least alam po nila what day it is. Okay? And ano po, I usually keep our calendar on our wall so at least they can see it araw-araw po. Also, I usually start the day din po specifically with math and English. Bakit po? Kasi po, those are the subjects na usually po more challenging at time-consuming. As of now, my oldest, he struggles more actually po sa math. So I try to help him with that. Kasi po, again, mas matagal po when he takes that subject. Pero, ano po, if your kids are good at math and English, or baka they are mas magaling po sila sa mga ibang subjects, maybe you can have them do that first. Okay? And then, if they need help with that, have them do that first, okay? And then after math and English, or whatever subjects you think parang nahihirapan po sila, we take a 20-minute break. And ano din po, I usually do that after every 2 subjects. Kasi po, syempre naman po, matagal po sila, they're just sitting there, so parang may break time din po sila. And I would encourage you din po to do something physical sa break time po nila. Don't just have them sit there and maybe just read a book. Pero I usually have the boys, we go for a walk. I let them ride their bike. Minsan din po, they're having their time to play with their cars or something. So at least once they sit po ulit, parang mas focused din po sila. Kasi po parang then they'll be tired, ganon. And I would encourage you din po to use a timer. Kasi po, even before when I tried to just parang guess if it was actually 20 minutes, minsan it went longer. Kasi, syempre naman po, you're doing it at home. I'm trying to maybe do the laundry or something in between that konting break. So I would encourage you use a timer. Kahit galing po sa cellphone niyo po. And at least I would encourage you din po, put it loud enough so naririnig din po sila. Um, so at least they know na, okay, mommy or daddy is being serious. They're not joking na it's 20 minutes. Okay? So the next slide po. After break time, I usually let them choose kung anong subjects what they would like to do. So they can choose science, social studies. I have a subject that's called word building. Parang spelling po yun, or a way to expand yung vocabulary po nila. Or you can choose another elective. My Liam, my eldest, he did something like creative writing and literature. And since yung curriculum po namin ay Christian-based, one of the other electives is Bible reading. So we do that too. Um, but I try to have them finish school before lunch. It depends po if focus po sila, okay? Pero for sure, no later than 2 p.m. Okay? And ano po, if they are struggling po sa isang specific subject, maybe just take a break from that subject and go back, balik po kayo to that subject again after. Kasi po maybe frustrated na po sila, or maybe you're frustrated din po as a parent kasi po they don't understand it. So maybe just take a break from that subject and go back to that later. And ano po, for extra electives, extra classes, on Mondays po, I do PE with them at 1:30 for about 30 to 45 minutes. So, syempre naman, at least may physical activity din po sila. And I would encourage you din po, maybe have the father do it, or maybe another relative na willing po sila. Just 1 day a week lang po. And actually, for me, I was planning to do it, pero yung isang kaibigan ko po, she volunteered to teach the boys during Monday. So, blessing po yun. But I would encourage you, if may time po kayo, to at least 1 day a week, or maybe once every 2 weeks, pwede naman din po to have PE. And tapos po, tuwing Thursday at 1 p.m., I teach the boys music class. Kasi po may background din po ako sa music. So I'm at least teaching the boys just, and I usually do that 20 minutes long po, just for them how to read notes. Simple lang po yun. Pero I just want to encourage you din po na don't feel so much pressure na, oh, kailangan ko to do all of these extra classes. Pero maybe there's something extra else that you can do, like an extra science class or science project or something, or science experiment, or something na you know they can learn or enjoy doing. Okay? Next slide po. Okay, so how I prepare for the week. Usually, I prepare everything I need for the week on Saturday. So the week before, I will already have everything planned. This is the easiest and the best time po para sa akin, pero you can pick whatever day would be best po para sa iyo. Okay? Maybe it's Sunday, maybe you have more time, and maybe you can just plan na lang po sa Sunday. Pero I have learned na parang if I just pick one specific day, devote my time, the 1 hour or whatever, half hour just to prepare, parang I don't have that pressure pagdating sa Monday na, oh, anong dapat gagawin, parang hindi prepared po ako. So I would encourage you either at least, a few days before, hindi po that morning. Okay? And also, I would encourage you, check for any YouTube videos that are related to the topic for the day. YouTube has a lot of educational content and child-friendly information. So, halimbawa, Liam, he learned about a girl last week. Her name was Helen Keller. Sa history po, she was bulag at saka bingi. And ano po, he just wanted to learn a little bit more about her. And then sa science po, we learned how the earth rotates around the sun, ganun po. And kahit po you just click sa YouTube and find the information po para sa mga bata, it's very easy po to do that. Also din po, I use a goal card to set goals. So, parang it's something that looks like this that I have for the week. So it has for the days of the week here on their side, and then at the top it has their subject. So maybe you can do something like that din po for para po sa mga anak niyo po. And normally, so I will show you, because my son, it's a little bit different. It's called the pace, pero he does, it's parang like galing po sa isang workbook, parang ganon. So I just have him do specific pages, and then I will have him write down kung anong pages that he will do from his goals. And use that po as an outline or guide for what needs to be done for the week. And also din po, usually, I have a drawer din po. And sa bawat drawer po, I have the boy's name, at po yung mga school supplies po nila. So, if I tell them na, oh, Liam, go get your pencil or get this, alam po nila where to get it. At parang it teaches them to be independent din po. And I also have these folders that has their, if anything na kailangan ko po i-print for the week or any craft, I just put po on the in the folder. And syempre, it's from Monday po hanggang Friday. And ano po, so for example, I'll just pull up my Friday one for the kids. So this is a paper I had printed for Luke, his math page, and then an extra page. Pero again, so at least I don't have to print it this morning. I already did that for last Saturday. And ano din po, I just want to encourage you na don't pressure yourself to do it all, okay? Just try at least po to get yung mga main subjects done. Pero if you cannot have or you don't have any extra videos or activities for the week, it's okay. Don't stress yourself out. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so at least just focus po sa mga main subjects, and if may extra time po kayo, maybe just do something extra to make it fun din po para sa kanila. And usually my oldest boy, he does about 20 pages of work a day. Grade 3 na po siya. And then si Luke, he does about 13 pages a day. So at least para may idea din po kayo, I guess, of what they do. And that's combined, hindi po sa bawat subject. So you're not like, oh, I have to do 20 pages. So hindi po ganun. Okay? So that's how I prepare for the week. Right, sige po, next slide. So na yan po, we will be talking about the importance of discipline. And ano po, usually, di po ba when we hear the word discipline, we think po agad na, oh, that's a negative word. Pero actually, it's about teaching, correcting, and training. Okay? And syempre naman po, bilang po isang magulang, that's what you're doing. You're teaching, correcting, and training. Okay? But one way for you to discipline is to be consistent. Okay? And this, alam ko po, can be minsan po medyo difficult. Pero sana, alam niyo po na yung mga anak niyo po, they are a gift galing po kay God. And sabi po ng Bible sa Psalms 127:3, it says, "Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is His reward." Ano po, God has allowed you to be your child's parent. Hindi aksidente po yun that your child is in your family. May responsibility din po kayo. And as a parent, your job is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And ano po, malaking privilege, di po ba, that God has entrusted you to be the caretaker sa anak niyo po. And, but one of the jobs, one of the responsibilities that God has given us is to be consistent. Okay, and I will give you some examples in a few minutes. Pero another verse that we can look at, Ephesians 6:4. And ye fathers, or kahit po mother or father, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. So, the word provoke, ano ibig sabihin po yun? Alam ko po medyo madalim po yun, pero it means to cause, to stir up, and the word wrath means extreme anger. So in simple terms, this verse tells us not to cause or stir up our children to be angry. Okay, so how do we provoke our children to be angry? Okay, sige po, next slide po. Okay, so how do we provoke our children to be angry at times? It is by being inconsistent. Parang this brings confusion and leads to anger. Our child never knows what is going to happen or what we will say or do. So, halimbawa, we may say something like this: if you don't listen, you won't get any chocolate or play games on the tablet. Pero, even if they don't listen, you will still give them the chocolate and then let them play on the tablet. Parang, this is rewarding them for bad behavior. So it doesn't matter what you say or do because they will still get what they want. Okay? This inconsistency leads to lack of control. And if you cannot control your child, you cannot teach your child. And so, say what you mean and mean what you say. So, dapat magiging practical po tayo. And alam ko rin po, maybe it's cultural, pero I've heard this din before na, I will bring you po sa police or sa dentista if you're not listening po sa akin. Pero parang you're not teaching your child to be, to listen po sa iyo. Parang you're just teaching them to be afraid sa police at saka po sa dentista na lang po. Pero if you do something, yung consequence na lang po na, okay, no TV, no gadgets, parang mas practical po yun to say. And make sure, if you say, hey, anak, you're not listening sa akin, hindi ka pwede maglaro sa mga gadgets, then you better mean it. Don't keep saying that you will do these things, pero you're not doing anything. Kasi po, they will not listen po to you. Because you said it, pero your actions, that it doesn't matter. Parang ganun po. Okay, so just mean what you say. All right. After you learn that consistency is important, you need to find balance. Okay. Your children need direction and guidance. That's why they have you. And sa verse po nito, ito po yung responsibility po para sa mga magulang. It says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. So that is your job. That's my job po. We have the job po to train up our child. Bakit naman po? Because if we don't do it, someone else, something else will be their teacher. Kids are always learning. Parang, sponges po sila. They absorb anything, everything that you say and do. Okay? But when you teach them, when mas younger po sila, they will remember that. They will keep that po until mas older na po sila. Okay? But your kids also may responsibility din po sila. And the Bible says, sa Ephesians 6:1, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. And Colossians 3:20, sabi na po, children, obey your parents in all things, for this is well-pleasing unto the Lord. Okay, so that's the responsibility po para sa mga anak niyo po. Their responsibility is for them to obey you while they are still young. While they're still living under your roof, they need to obey you. Okay? So next slide po. There needs to be balance. So you cannot be super mahigpit, parang sandalo ka or something, pero you cannot also let them do whatever they want. Okay? Kailangan po may balance po talaga. Okay? And this next part na gusto rin po i-share, I don't want you to feel parang offended or anything like that, or I might be stepping on some toes or something, pero I just want to encourage you, maybe just to remind yourself of these things. So first, just hug your kids. Sana your kids know na you love them. Sana you show them physically that you love them. Praise them and compliment them when they do right. Anak ko, you did a good job sa test mo. Wow, you were able to put your mga dishes away. Good job. But when they don't obey or do something wrong, dapat may consequence. Okay? So again, if you're not doing anything, kahit po walang consequence, they won't learn. They won't learn how to behave. Okay, so don't reward your children for bad behavior, but they should not get in trouble if they do not understand something in school. So, halimbawa, don't put your child down. Don't say, oh, bakit hindi mo alam yung answer dito? Siyempre naman po, they're asking you po for help. That's why you're there. And so, if hindi po nila alam yung sagot, don't, and believe me, alam ko po, it's not easy to be frustrated or kahit po to have patience po para sa kanila, pero kailangan po natin po talaga to have that love, that understanding po para sa kanila. Okay? And so just be calm, approach them, help them, and approach them maybe in a different way that they can understand. And I just want to share one more example din po na si Liam, when last year po, he was having a hard time kasi po sa isang math page, he had to do all these math questions, have it parang hindi po memorized, pero he had to do it in under 2 minutes, parang ganun po. And parang medyo frustrated po siya. So what I did, we took a break from that, and I decided to make a song out of it. Parang may beat like 1 plus 1 is 2. And parang this is something different to make it better or a way for them to really understand. Okay? But yeah, so don't be angry po sa kanila if they don't understand something. And another one is do not compare your children to each other. And alam ko po parang medyo familiar, I guess if you want to say what they do dito po sa Philippines. Don't be telling your child na, oh, tignan mo si ate o si kuya, parang mas matalino siya, mas magaling siya kaysa sa'yo. Okay? Each child has their own strengths and weaknesses. So help them. Okay? Don't compare. That's probably one of the worst things that you can do po para sa mga anak nyo po. Even though they may not verbally express it, pero later on, they will feel parang mommy or daddy loves si ate or kuya more dahil mas matalino siya or something. So do not compare. Okay? And be firm yet loving while you're teaching them. And one of the main things that I have always been taught is love your children, no matter what, okay? Show them you love them, tell them you love them, and tell them how proud you are of them. I mean, maybe think, when was the last time I told my child na I was genuinely proud po sa kanya? I mean, di ba bawal yung things sa mga bata? They will always come up to you, Nay, Tay, look at what I did. And they just want that affirmation, that praise galing po sa'yo na you are really and honestly proud of them. And minsan din po, we are guilty. I am guilty din po na with our gadgets, we're just looking at, oh, mamaya na lang. Pero let your kids know that you are proud of them, okay? Because when they know that they are loved, They will be relaxed around you and can trust what you say and do. Okay? Sige po, next slide. And your kids need to listen and respect you. And again, this happens with the finding the balance and having the consistency. Because when this happens, you can have so much more fun with your kids, with them. Okay, learn to have fun with your kids. Play games with them, read to them, talk to them, let them cook or bake with you, etc. Correct them when needed, but have fun. And one thing I was taught din po, always ask your kids, kumusta yung araw mo? And learn to teach your kids to have that conversation with you, to be able to talk din po sa'yo. And as you know, I only have boys. So, syempre, lahat po ng mga games po namin is all, sports. We have these Nerf guns. We run around the house. We shoot each other. Pero din po, they usually like to cook and bake with me. So, learn to have fun with them. That's a very important part of having that balance. Okay, so don't be parang masyadong mahigpit, but also don't let them do whatever they want. Have that balance. Correct them, but have fun with them. Okay? Sige po. So this is our last point that I just want to discuss. Is there such a thing as homeschool perfection? And syempre naman po, the answer is no. You don't have to have the perfect homeschool room. You don't need to buy every material or curriculum. It's not going to be a perfect day every day. Stop looking for perfection in books, blogs, magazines, or even other social media platforms. Stop comparing what other moms and children are doing. Kasi po, when you do that, you will never be satisfied. You will always be upset kasi po parang lahat ng mga plans will masyadong unrealistic. And that may never happen. So parang you're setting yourself up for constant failure at saka frustration po. At alam ko rin po, lalo na po in the day and age we live in, tungkol po sa social media, it's easy po to look sa mga ibang families, ibang mga pictures sa mga anak ng friends namin na, parang perfect yung anak nila, parang perfect yung buhay nila, they have everything. Pero stop comparing kasi po, again, you will be frustrated and feel na parang I am failing araw-araw. So don't do that. I would encourage you. Pero instead, sige po, next slide. What should I strive for? And this is for me as a parent, and I just gusto ko rin po i-encourage po sa inyo na to strive for these things also. Okay? Strive for joy, for peace, and making memories with your children. Syempre naman po, we all have hard, imperfect days. Diba ba? There are many days like that. So, don't worry. Syempre naman po, there are no perfect kids, no perfect parents, and definitely no perfect families. The days are long, but the years are short. So, enjoy your time with your children, lalo na po while they are still young and small. And enjoy it. It goes by so fast. And I'm sure you've seen, or maybe once when you were teenagers po, na parang you don't really want to talk sa mga magulang niyo po. So, I encourage you, start from a young age. Okay? Your kids may not remember lahat po ng mga 100% or A+ grades that they got sa test po nila, or they might not remember the prize you bought them tuwing linggo, but they will remember how you treated them. They will remember how mommy and daddy read books with them, or how they bake cookies with them, or how they play with them. I mean, even if you think din po para sa sarili mo, yung mga memories nyo as a child, right? I'm sure you're not thinking sa bawat test you took now. I had an A+ on that. Okay, make each day count. And again, make memories rather than making sure na parang perfect po sila sa bawat um, test or assignment. Okay? Sige po, next slide. And what is my goal as a parent? And I want you to know, of course, I want my boys to do their best po sa school. In Colossians 3:23, it says na, and whatsoever ye do it heartily as to the Lord. Pero that is not yung main concern ko po. That's not my goal as a parent. And maybe it's different po for you, pero I care more about their character. I care about their integrity, if honest po sila. I care about their relationship, first and foremost with God, their family, and with other people. My prayer is that my boys will honor God, be honest, and respectful. At gusto ko rin po to encourage you to pray para sa mga anak niyo po. Pray for yourself, and may God help you to be the parent that He wants you to be. And ano rin po, it's easy din po to point, okay, this is my goal po for you as my child, pero what about you? Kasi po, we also need to be people din po of character, of integrity, to make sure our relationship with God, sa families po natin, with sa mga ibang tao, that we are being honest din po, being kind and respectful. And paano mas madali po to just write, okay, sige, 100, perfect, A+, sa bawat paper, sa bawat test po nila. Pero, what is your child gonna learn? They're not gonna learn, I don't want to say anything, pero parang, it's not you who suffers, it's them. So, be honest din po when you are checking yung mga papers po nila, mga test scores, go over it with them. That's usually what I do din po with my boys, if they got something wrong sa mga tests. And like what I said, it'd be so much easier for me naman po to say, okay, you had 100 you passed everything sa grade niyo po. Pero I would be hurting them instead rather than helping. So be a person din po of integrity. Okay? Last slide po, and ito po yung closing. And I just want to remind you po that it all starts with you. You have the most influence on your children. Your children will learn from you. They will see how you react, how you respond, how you speak, and how you treat others. They will see what you do. And they learn from you, like what I said. Children are great followers. And ano po, I mean, again, even with the gadgets and everything din po na yun, I have some nephews po sa States. They're only 1.5 years old. Pero you see them po sa car, they have a pretend iPhone. And they're talking. And ano po, again, kasi po, why? They're watching. They see what their parents are doing. So, I just want you to encourage you din po. Be careful. Be the godly example po para sa mga anak niyo po. And I want you to understand and look din po that children are not meant to be a burden. They are to be a joy. And again, remember, they are God's gift po sa'yo. And don't make it a burden. High school na naman, parang wala akong time para sa kanila. We only have one chance, di ba ba, at this life, and one chance in raising our children. So, don't let it be a burden po sa'yo. It's dapat joy po sila. And so, what is in your heart for your children? Maybe honestly ask yourself that. Is it really to have them have the perfect grades, have them be the perfect student, or to have the right character, and to be building that? And ano po, I pray you desire to have fun, with your kids, laugh with them, correct them because you love them, and make loving memories with them. I encourage you then po to pray for your children, praise your children, help them, be there for them, but most importantly, always love them. So, yun lang po. That's all that I wanted to share. Pasensya na po and I'm talking medyo mabilis po. Pero sana po, um, this has been a help din po sa inyo.
Okay, so thank you so much, Miss Rina, for your inspiring reminders to all of us. Yan. So, dear parents, I'm sure na madami tayong takeaways from this presentation. And I'm so happy and so blessed to attend this kind of seminar because even I don't have my own children yet, ang dami ko na talagang natututuhan. Ayan. So, I'm so excited na magkaroon tayo ng sharing time. So, siguro, unahin natin ang ating program head, Teacher Kai, kasi parang feeling ko, ang ganda ng smile ni Teacher Kai, gusto nang mag-share. Ayan. So, Teacher Kai, what's your takeaway? Sharing tayo, dear parents.
Yes, so bali, let's do it, ano po, bali po ang gagawin po namin, Teacher Bridget and I will synthesize, at least we will be with everyone our takeaways. And then you may also, we know na we are 21 in the room, so medyo kapag po, baka po mamaya pag sabay-sabay din po tayong nag-share, baka po hindi rin maintindihan ng bawat isa yung i-share natin. So I would like to encourage each and everyone to share your takeaways, and then you may also, if you have questions and clarifications in mind already, you may now start typing in our chat box, at napaka generous po talaga ni Mrs. Wolf, ni Mrs. Rina sa kanyang mga, na maibahagi sa atin yung kanyang mga kaalaman when it comes to homeschooling, dahil nga po ay very experienced na po siya when it comes to this kind of learning ng mga bata. So, ang dami ko pong takeaways, no? Actually, I mentioned earlier, si Miss Rina, isa siya sa mga pegs ko. Siya yung isa sa mga nag-inspire talaga sa akin para din mag-initiate ng ganitong program sa ating minamahal na MBSF. So, sabi niya, madami nga daw kung sabi ko, can you please share with me yung give me an overview. Gusto niya na ipakita din sa akin kung ano din yung mga i-discuss niya. Pero sabi niya halos karamihan daw na-share na niya. Pero ang dami ko pa rin talagang natututunan. Dahil nga po, maybe because of this pandemic also, no, yung pong mga wordies natin every day may struggle tayo, pero we should always be reminded na hindi po natin talaga control ang kahit anong mangyayari dito sa mundong ito. So talagang iiwan po natin yan kay Lord. Pero okay, can I just share my takeaways? Ang dami pa rin, Miss Rina. So ang sabi ni Miss Rina, what are the things that we should strive for? I mentioned, dahil nga po sa pandemic, stress po sila parents. I'm sure there are still pressure pa rin po tayong mga magulang sa kanya-kanya nating mga tahanan. Hindi lang po tayong mga parents na nag-homeschool, but I'm sure yung mga parents din po dun sa Fly and Save program na nag-work from home. Tapos, kasi parang yung approach din is parang homeschool approach din kasi ang kasama ng mga magulang physically is yung mga anak nila. Although, ang kinaibahan po natin sa Fly and Save, ang facilitator po talaga din ay sila teacher, nag-feed ng mga paggagawa sa mga bata. Pero tayo po, medyo yung pressure natin medyo tumaas ng konting level kasi nga po tayo yung gagawa ng mga skill building activities, tayo talaga yung magtuturo ng mga dapat nilang matutunan na nakalagay po dun sa ating curriculum guide. So sabi ni Miss Rina, strive for joys and making memories with your children. You know what, dear parents, this one I have to remind myself every single day dahil nga po being one of the administrators in the school, hindi po talaga din biro magpatakbo ng ng isang big school na katulad ng institution natin. Pero I thank the Lord for the provision of enabling me to wear many hats right now. And siguro nga po actually si Miss Rina din po yung laging nagre-remind sa akin na iaayos po natin yung priorities natin. Kasi once na nakaset na yung priorities natin, every time na meron pong dadating at dadating eh. Meron pong mga guilt feeling na lalabas sa ating mga magulang eh. Pero once we know and it's very clear in our mind yung priorities natin, kahit ano pong dumaan sa atin, babalik at babalik tayo. Mamalaman natin yung mga bagay na isang tabi muna natin kasi ito yung hierarchy, ito yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng priorities ko. And then I'm so happy because si Miss Rina, she does homeschooling with flair. Talagang, kumbaga, nakapasok na yan sa talent list niya. Pero galing po sa kanya, there are no perfect days. Let's not aim for perfections, no? Sabi nga po niya, hindi tayo perfect. Wala, anak natin, tayo, ang buong pamilya natin hindi perfect. Pero we have to really anchor. We have to have this, a deeper purpose why we are doing these things. Kasama na nga po yung pag-homeschool ng ating mga magulang. Ng ating mga anak. And I am sure, and this is also my honest, goal also, should I say, goal for the school na yung pong, kasi sa akin po, kung napanood niyo po yung ating part 1 ng Parents Orientation, yung pong desire to really homeschool our children, it was there pre-pandemic. And truly, sa totoo lang po, yun pong nangyari din po ngayon na para pong na-challenge din po yung field ng education when it comes to yung approach natin sa pagtuturo. Blessing na po talaga sa family din namin yung nagkaroon ng ganitong opportunity for us to homeschool our own children. So, I hope and I pray na pagkatapos po nitong school year na to, mas maging clear din po sa atin yung purpose natin of why we are homeschooling. Kasi nga po, sabi ko nga kay Miss Rina, it's now that I'm doing homeschool that I realize that homeschooling is not for everyone. Hindi lang po siya basta-basta maisip ko or maisipan ko na cute siya or parang gusto ko ako yung nagtuturo sa mga anak ko. But really, it requires a calling for us to be able to do this better or appropriately, should I say. Ngayon, should I say appropriately, no? So, yun po. What else? So, yung pong sinabi niya na parang, of course, not to demean naman po the value of academics. Pero, pinaliwanag din po ni Ms. Rina as we teach our children or as we enable them to learn the competencies na meron po sa curriculum guides natin, pinaalalahanan na naman po niya tayo, at least ako, nung mas importante po na ilagay ko lagi sa isip ko, no, na talaga pong yung character po ng mga anak ko ay mas importante. Mamaya, ang mahirap po niyan, na-pressure tayo sa mga gawaing bahay or sa school, tapos mamaya medyo maibuntong natin, mai-divert natin sa mga anak natin kasi meron din silang mga kailangan pang may kailangan tayong ituro, nape-pressure tayo kasi kailangan matutunan nila to. Pero yun nga po, sabi niya, tamang napagawa natin sa mga anak natin, yung na-model ba natin na character nung time na nape-pressure tayo, we have to go back. Yun ba yung parang mas gusto natin na natutunan nga niya yun, napilit nga natin siya, pero yung way of delivery naman natin, dun po tayo mag-iingat. Kaya po, again, ang sinasabi po natin, yung pagiging homeschooling parent or parents po ay dapat talagang, kumbaga, it requires a calling. After this school year, I would really highly encourage each and everyone to really, ponder on these things, no? Para po nang sa ganon, matulungan din po natin na magkaroon din ng yung bang makuha ng buong family natin, not just our kids, but also us, yung benefit po ng homeschooling dahil napakadami. At I'm super excited to also share with you yung pong na-harvest namin ng mga benefits, pero that's gonna be in another talk po. I'm sure sa mga kanya-kanyang household ninyo, yun nga, sa mga good days and sa mga bad days, at the end of the day, mapapaisip ka. You know, ako po personally, all the more na tumatagal kahit may mga days na talagang hindi siya masyadong maganda, all the more na tumatagal po kami sa pag-homeschooling, the more na nagiging clear po sa akin yung purpose naming mag-asawa sa aming mga anak. So, there, konti lang po yan sa aking mga takeaways at alam ko po na baka abutin tayo ng buong araw pagka shinare ko ang lahat ng aking pang mga natutunan kay Miss Rina. So, how about you, Teacher Bridget? What are the things that you've learned this morning?
Ayan, so ako po sa view naman ng isang anak, kasi yun nga, wala pa din akong kids, pero kung iisipin ko po talaga na I have my parents with me, yung everyday ko siguro mas magiging motivated ako talaga, and then I will, alam niyo po yon, mas mapupush talaga ako to go beyond my limits because at the end of the day, I know that my parents will be proud of me and they are there na nakikita nila kung ano talaga yung progress na nangyayari po talaga sa akin na for your knowing po kasi, dear parents, ayan, just to share my background, ano lang to, Teacher Kai, short lang din yan. So, just to give you background, ako po kasi ay broken family, so lumaki ako na wala yung parents ko beside me. Ayan, and but I'm grateful, I'm blessed. Salamat sa Lord for His grace and for His love kasi po talagang ayan, lumaki ako ng merong direction yung buhay. Ayan, so His plans are really the best and talagang inayos niya po yung bawat stages ng buhay ko. And right now, I'm very happy and here in front of you, di ba? So excited to build the next generation. Ayan, na makuha nila yung tamang education, yung genuine education na hindi lang siya limited inside the school, inside the institution, pero even sa loob ng bahay, makukuha nila together with their family. Ayun. So, para sa akin, napakasarap na ang kasama mo, parents po talaga, while you're learning about this world. Yan. Kasi alam mo na yung parents, ang gusto na lang nila is yung the best for their children. Yan, the best education for their kids na kapag lumaki na yung kids nila, kampante sila, they're at peace na kahit kanino ko iharap yung anak ko, kaya nila. Ayan, they're independent, lifelong learners, di ba po? Yan, so, yan lang, thank you so much kasi sabi din po ni Miss Rina kanina, what we really need to do is yung to pray for them. Kailangan po ng ating mga learners yan ngayon. So, continue to pray for our kids, for our children, and then praise. Ayan, so napaka-ano po niyan napaka effective yung bigyan natin sila ng compliment dun sa mga magagandang bagay na nagagawa nila sa achievements nila because it will reinforce yung good behavior po talaga. And lastly, play. Ayan, so play with our kids, play with our children para ang mare-remember nila kapag malaki na sila, di ba, pag tumanda na sila, ay ang sarap lang na naging buhay ko nung kasama ko yung parents ko. Sarap lang nung education, makikita nila that education is so fun, interesting, di ba po, kasi they really enjoyed it with you. Ayan. So, yun po yung takeaways ko. And kung yun nga, kung may mga hindi talaga perfect days, that's normal. Yan, normal po talaga yun. And let's be grateful kasi dun sa mga unusual days, not perfect days, dun natin mas nakikita kung paano sila mag-grow talaga. Yun, dun talaga makikita yung growth dun sa mga ganong pagkakataon. So, thank you so much, Miss Rina. Thank you so much, Miss Kai, dahil nakapag-share ako. Ayan. And very happy ako na eto po, ang ganda po nung sharing time natin. Yan.
I
So,
think there's si Mrs. Buko, no? We can see in the chat box, she's super grateful for this talk. You are most welcome po. As promised, we are with you. We are in this together. So, hindi po namin kayo pababayaan. That's why we are really encouraging each and everyone to really maximize our consultation hours para po mas makamusta rin po kayo ng ng mga teachers natin. Ngayon, sabi ni Mrs. Stephanie, Teacher Bridge, can you please read?
okay, so this is Mami Che. Ayan, from Mami Che. Ayan, so it's nice to get reassurance that we are somehow doing things right. And be reminded not to compare. Yes, whether it be your kids or your homeschooling style. Wow, thank you so much po, Mami Che.
Ako, Teacher Bridget, I have a question pala. Yung ano lang, yung Miss Rina, may question ako
Sorry, yes.
Ayan, okay. Yung bang, like for example, di ba you said, of course, there will be days na parang medyo hindi maganda. Sometimes, ako din yung mga kids namin, may mga days na parang, I don't know why, minsan wala namang reason, pero parang hindi mo talaga maipilit. Parang hindi siya masyadong parang ideal to really, push through with the schedule. Is it okay? Like for example, may mga moments talaga or kung ang schedule namin ay Mondays to Friday, is it okay to pause?
Yeah, absolutely. I would, and that's the beauty of homeschool. Because if you have that flexibility. Like for example, kahapon po, my husband and I, we were able to give some relief para sa mga church members po namin. And then after we did that, we were able to go on a little date. So I just told the boys, it's okay, just have fun in the morning. When I get back home, we can, do a little bit of work. Pero again, that's the beauty of homeschool. You can be flexible. And if parang you feel, I have to do this on Monday, maybe you can, this is what I've done before also, and maybe you might not enjoy it or agree with it, pero I would do it sometimes on a Saturday, even if it's just for 1 hour, just so parang they can catch up din po sa schoolwork po nila. But again, that's where I constantly just want to say na don't pressure yourself, just do what you need to, pero again, don't stress yourself out if you cannot do it from this time hanggang this time and it doesn't work out. So learn to be flexible din po kasi po our schedules change a lot. Things come up, things happen, so you can learn to work around it.
Yeah, thank you for that. So, kasi when you said kanina, actually, I think you were pertaining to discipline when you mentioned about consistency, right?
Yes.
So, of course, it's very important that we have this schedule. We stick to the schedule. But then, what do you do? Like, do you tell them ahead of time? Or pwede ba yung biglaan na lang dahil, alam mo yon?
It depends on the situation. Kasi there have been things specifically na it was planned ahead. So it was like, okay, boys, let's work ahead a little bit ng konti just so you don't have to worry about school this time. Or sometimes things happen last minute and I would just say, okay, let's not worry about it. We'll do it again tomorrow na lang. I don't know.
Oh, okay, thank you. How about the other parents? Let's take this opportunity to ask questions, no? Kahit yung pong mga, wag na po tayong mahiya. Kahit po yung mga parang iniisip natin. Kasi ang kagandahan po kay Miss Rina din, yung pong mga, mga i-share niya sa atin, talaga pong proven and tested dahil nga po sa tagal din po ng time niya na nag-homeschool na. How about let's maybe we can invite you to also share with us your styles whenever kunyari po may mga times na hindi po nga parang masyadong nakikipag-cooperate. What are the things that you do para po makapag-share din tayo ng mga best practices dun sa ating mga mga parents? You may type it in pwede po nating i-share sa ating mga parents kung ano po yung mga ginagawa natin pag po hindi po nakikipag-cooperate yung mga anak natin. What do we do? Sige nga po. Teacher Bridge, pwede bang may timer? TikTok, TikTok. Parang nasa-shy ang mga parents natin to share. At least we can, we can also parang ano ba to? Sabi nga ni Mami Che, no, yung reassurance, di ba sometimes po it feels good to hear it from another parent na also doing the same kind of education sa kanilang mga anak. Parang nahihiya yata ang ating mga parents, no? Or I think ako kasi talaga napakadami ko yung sites din kasi ni Mrs. Wolf is very clear, no? Nailagay niya lahat ng mga points niya, and then she further parang elaborated na lang on each point. Pero yon, sa amin po ganun din, yung sinabi po ni Miss Rina, sometimes we pause kasi po yun nga po sabi nga, di ba, Miss Rina, sabi niya, you cannot, pour from an empty cup. So, pag yung teaching parent or yung nagpa-facilitate ng learning, pag hindi ka masyadong, hindi ka masyadong maayos for this day, siguro po yun, just tell your kids ahead of time na ito yung, siguro, sabihin na sa kanila ano yung mga expectations for this day, and then mag-pause mo. Okay. So, again, parang wala namang mga questions din ng ating mga parents. But Miss ayan, from Miss Iris Pineda, Teacher Bridge, can you please read?
Ayan, so from Iris Pineda, when I noticed that my niece is getting sleepy, I asked her to sing some of the songs we study in MAPE. She loves singing, so she gets excited and more focused after that. Wow!
Nice! Ay, ang ganda nagamit ni tita yung learning style, yung interest ng bata para nang sa ganon, bumalik siya kasi minsan nga ang hirap ipilit. Thank you po, Miss Iris. Thank you for that.
Hi.
Yes po.
Opo, medyo nakarelate lang po ako ng konti dun kay kay Mami Iris, no? So, si Hana po kasi several times nang may ganyang situation, yung medyo sleepy siya pagdating niya. Actually po, hindi po talaga ako yung literally nag-handle nung kanyang homeschooling, pero naka-monitor po ako sa kanya. So, I think mga 3 to 4 times na po nangyayari yon. So, natutuwa naman po ako sa ginagawang style din ng kanyang tutor kasi may time na parang 1 hour siyang nakatulog during class po. So, ang maganda lang po doon, after po niya so hinayaan po siya, so hindi po siya pinilit gisingin. Pero after po noon, mas masigla siya na makapag-aral ulit. So, teacher, okay lang, share ko din po yung take home ko kay Ma'am.
Yes, sige po.
Salina po.
So,
medyo ako po na-touch din po ako dun sa kanyang mga sinabi when it comes sa mga children po So, sabi po dito, teach them that your children sa Deuteronomy 11:19, talk about them when you are home, when you are on the road, when you are going to bed, and when you are getting up. So, napaka-importante po na kinakausap po natin yung mga anak natin. Kasi ako po as a parent, meron po akong isa na naka-online school. Then si Hana po yung naka-homeschool. So, ako po lagi ko pong kinakausap, sinasabi sa kanila na pagka po ganitong lalo na po kay Hana, na laging sinasabi, Mami, ang hirap naman, bakit hindi kami pumapasok sa physical school? Sabi ko, anak, kasi may mga hindi pa pwede. So, dapat po talaga maging creative na ma-enjoy po nila yung kanilang pag-aaral ng homeschool kasi mahirap din po minsan paunawa dahil parang minsan nakakasawa sa kanila yung pong sistema, di po ba? Tapos sa gabi, bago din po kami matulog, sabi ko nga sa kanila, anak, hindi after si Mami sa kung ano ba ang mataas na standard ng sobrang natutunan after si mami sa character. So, kasi kahit matalino ang bata, pagka bagsak ang character, yun po yung lagi ko pong sinasabi sa mga anak ko, na hindi mahalaga yung sobrang talino, hindi sobrang dogmatiko sa pag-aaral, pero when it comes sa character, bagsak anak. So, yun lang po, teacher.
Wow, ang ganda din yung sinabi ni Mrs. Buko, no, na talagang yun nga character. Tapos parang I was also reminded, thank you Mrs. Buko. I was reminded by yung wisdom na nakuha ko rin po sa aking mga mentors sa homeschooling. Yung sinabi nila na mas importante po ang relationship, no, yung relationship nyo ng anak ninyo mas importante than any other things. Kumbaga, kumbaga ang inaano ko na po, ang pino-point out ko na po is mas importante siya sa academics kasi without the relationship, hindi po magiging successful yung homeschooling. Kumbaga, kahit naman po tayong mga matatanda, gusto po ba natin yung gumagawa tayo ng something na labag sa kalooban natin, ano? Para po nagkakaroon tayo ng isang boss na pagawa lang ng pagawa, pero wala yung connection. So, ang ganda-ganda po. Thank you very much for that. Who else? Meron pa po bang gustong mag-share? Okay. So I guess actually when we were conceptualizing about this first parent seminar, ang sinabi din po namin talagang briefly din kasi alam po namin na madami din pong ginagawa ang bawat isa sa inyo at sana po ay magkita-kita muli tayo sa next na parent seminar. Teacher Bridge, if you will allow me, I would just like to really thank Miss Rina Wolf for being with us today, for imparting her knowledge, her experiences, when it comes to homeschooling kasi nga po talagang it takes a village to raise children, at ang sabi nga po niya, ni-remind niya tayo na ang mga bata ay blessing from the Lord. So may times na hindi sila masyadong kagusto-gusto, may mga ang kagandahan po ngayon personally sa akin, mas nakikita ko yung mga bagay na pwede ko silang matulungan when it comes academically, sa ugali po nila, yung perspective nila sa buhay, at least we are the ones there beside them, no? Tayo po ang mga magulang, tayo po yung unang-unang makakakita dahil po sa pag-aaral, doon lumilitaw yung mga attitudes nila na nahirapan sila. So pag nahirapan sila, ano ba ang gagawin nila? So I'm just so thankful na tayo po mga magulang ang nandito ngayon para ma-witness ano pa po ba yung pwede nating magawa para matulungan yung character ng ating mga anak. So Teacher Bridge, you can close this program already.
Okay, Teacher Kai. So, before we close this, I just want to remind all the parents that Mrs. Rina Wolf is very open. Ayan, so inallow niya tayo na magkaroon ng access sa kanya if we want to consult something. Ayan po ang kanyang Facebook account. Nakikita natin sa ating screen. So, just look for her in the Facebook and then ito po yung profile niya. Ano pa? And then also we want to remind everyone to please join and like our MDSF Play Sagradan Support Community, especially for those parents na hindi pa po nakikita itong group natin. Yan. And so we're done with the question and answer. Here, some announcements, dear parents, on September 18, 2020, this is on next Friday, we have virtual meeting again, 15 minutes for the parents and then 15 minutes for the learners. And also, please be informed na dun po sa ating welcome page, naglagay na po kami ng another button. Ayan, so place a grad and feedback form for parents. Kung may time po kayo, in your most available time, dear parents, please answer the form po. Ayan, so what else? Yan. So, Teacher Kai and Mrs. Wolf, this is the end of our seminar. Thank you very much. And Keep safe po, dear parents. Keep safe, everyone. We're all in this together. Remember that.
A group photo, kung po pwede lang po, if kung sino lang po yung gustong magpakita, para kung meron din po tayong mga maitatago na mga souvenir, no, na mailalagay po natin dito sa ating baul sa MDSF. So if we can just turn on our cameras and have a group photo.
Yes, yes. Okay, ready, dear parents? Turn on your camera and... Okay. Let's take a picture. Ready? Hello, Teacher Jovi. Ayan, nakahabol po sa atin si Teacher Jovi. Okay, dear parents, smile. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much po.
We are all in this together. Bye.
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 Bye, Stephanie. Hello, Stephanie. See you on Friday.
Bye, teacher.
Bye po. Keep safe.
Miguel. Miguel, nasaan ka na ba?